Going on, everyone? Welcome to this week's edition of the Doubleheader. I guess we're in the penultimate episode now of the Doubleheader, if you will, because this is probably the second to last one we got coming this year. It's unfortunate. I enjoy doing this. It'll probably be back next year, most likely. We'll see. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy this, man, because this was a fantastic week of NFL football. And this is one of the reminders of why I go out of my way to do this shit. Why I go out of my way to watch all of these games is because I genuinely love what these games produce. The emotion, the stakes, all that bullshit, man. The drama. It's basically a male soap opera if you really look at it, if you really fucking dig deep enough. But you know what? Fuck it. It's my soap. And if you don't like that, fuck off. But anyways, let's get into what happened this weekend, man. 2 excellent days of football. 4 games decided by 1 possession. Fucking bananas. Just chaos, all of it. Just fucking balled into one. We'll kick things off with the Bengals advancing to the AFC Championship game with a huge win over the Tennessee Titans in their building. 19-16 on a walk-off field goal from Evan McPherson, who was actually the MVP of the game. He went 4 for 4 on his field goals. He single-handedly fucking basically won this game for the Bengals. Burrow had no shot of doing anything, especially that motherfucker got sacked 9 times. And I'm sure he got hit at least like fucking 15-20 times. He got the shit kicked out of him. He had 1 pick. He was 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. He bought 350 passing yards. But that 1 pick was on a tip pass. So like, when you see shit like that, you kind of have to just like, put an asterisk next to that fucking interception. Like, you would look at him differently from someone who just threw like a fucking blatant interception. Like, it was on them. Like, you know what I'm talking about. But Burrow was amazing given the circumstances. He was just fucking phenomenal. Ryan Tannehill fucking fell right on his goddamn face. First play of the game, throws a fucking pick. It kind of sets the tone for the rest of the game, even though Cincinnati only got 3 points on that drive. That 3 points was a lot. Like I was saying with the kicker, Evan McPherson, he was the man in this game. He fucking brought these guys to a different level, because even if he misses 1 field goal, they might still win this game, but it'd be a lot hairier, if you know what I'm saying. It'd be really fucked. It'd be bananas, like I was just saying. Yeah, Tannehill just kept fucking throwing pick after pick after pick. One in the beginning, I believe his first pass of the game was an interception, and ironically, his last pass of the game was also an interception, which was fucking glorious. It was fantastic, man. This game was just amazing. Very low scoring, but I feel like there was constantly something going on in this game. It was a battle in the trenches. The return of Derrick Henry and the Titans, it kind of went how I expected. Some players can just like bounce back from injuries super quickly, like a fucking Adrian Peterson or like even a Kevin Durant. Like I'm just saying athletes for now, right? But it's hard to come back. After all that time, you're a little rusty. You're a little bit fucking rusty, and that's what happened to Henry. He had 20 carries for 62 yards. It's not gonna do it, man. His backup Foreman actually had more yards than him on like fucking 4 or 5 carries, something like that. He had like 1 big run that helped keep the Titans somewhat in it. Cincinnati got up to a 16-6 lead. I thought they had the game in the bag at that point, but the Titans got that lucky interception. They finally got into the end zone. They tied the game up. And Joe Burrow came through clutch for the Cincinnati Bengals. And he drove them the length of the field and put their fucking GOAT kicker out there, Evan McPherson. And dude had ice in his veins. He literally told Burrow before the play, he's like, yeah, we're going to the championship. That's great. He was already fucking into that shit, man. These guys got something. They are my personal pick to win it all at this point. It was just kind of like a theory I threw out there like a long time ago. And it was like week 6 or 7. I had a feeling about these guys, you know. Once I seen that connection with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, like even with the offensive line issues, like they're they're special, dude. And not in the dumb kind of way. I mean, like they're fucking they're elite. They are MVP worthy, each one of them. Yeah, these guys got something. And if they don't do it this year, man, if they somehow fucking it's very possible for them to follow the Chiefs next week. But if they do, man, fuck that. Everything that happens from here on out for the Bengals, it's gravy, man. It's absolutely fucking gravy. You have 2 playoff wins now. You got your first playoff win ever on the road in franchise history. Like, I didn't know that was a thing, but yes, this is the first time the Bengals have ever won on the road in their existence. They've been around for like fucking 50, 60 years, man. At least probably more than that. But for that to happen, for that length of time to pass by, and for them to never get a road playoff win, it blows my mind, man. It's fucking crazy. But anyways, Cincinnati is moving on, and I wouldn't even call it an upset, because Tennessee, no one bought into these guys. Fucking Vegas didn't bet into them, or play into them with their fucking odds. They knew what they had in the Titans. I think we all knew what we had in the Titans. They need a new quarterback. If a certain quarterback from Green Bay, a certain number 12, Mr. Immunized dude, if he wants to go to Tennessee, that would be a match made in heaven. Yeah, if they could somehow make that happen, that would be fucking fantastic. I think that would be enough for A-Rod to get over the hump. Between Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, a kind of aging Julio Jones, and a pretty good defense, I mean, definitely possible. I would consider that if that was both teams. Try to trade Tano for maybe like a second, maybe a third, if you can, and try to get fucking Aaron Rodgers into town. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, just saying. But congrats to the Bengals moving on to the AFC Championship game. Next up, we have the 49ers over the Packers, 13-10, and this is the second straight number 1 seed to fall. This is the first time this happened since, I believe, 2010. Yeah, I remember that because New England got bounced in the fucking first round. Thanks to the fucking Rex Ryan Jets. We're not going to get into that bullshit. Mr. Feet Man. We're not going to get into that. Mr. Immunized did not come up very, very, very big in this game, you know? They had a touchdown literally to start the game. It was the first drive. A-Rod fucking force-fed Devontae and Aaron Jones. They got a touchdown on that first drive. Looks like it was going to be all kumbaya from here. Just all fucking... it's gonna be all sunshines and rainbows from here on out in the snowy shitland known as Green Bay. But it did not work out that way. Jimmy G it wasn't very good, but something about his mere presence in that offense, it just elevates them. Deebo Samuel's playing amazing. George Kittle's playing fucking ridiculous. He's not the best tight end in football, but he's top 3. He's right up there with Kelsey and Waller. Special, just an absolutely special tight end. It was 10-3 for a while in this game. It was kind of close. Not really my cup of tea as far as games go. I mean, it was very, very defensive. But you have a block kick late in the game, and it gives the Niners a fucking free touchdown, and they're able to tie the game up. And when Green Bay absolutely needed it most, when A-Rod needed to make a play, he couldn't do it. He came up small. And I feel like there's no fucking excuses for him at this point because you have the 1 seed. You had a week off. Basically 2 weeks off because you played the fucking Lions the week before. Like, I kind of had a feeling this would be an issue with the Packers. They have an issue with getting too much time off. They lose their chemistry fast from the looks of it. But A-Rod was just force-feeding Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams in this game, like I was saying. No one else really saw the ball, save for maybe like A.J. Dillon on carries when Jones was too tired to go in, which understandable, because he was probably like 50% of the offense. Probably a little more if you really want to look into it. The Niners did just enough. Jimmy G did just enough. Deebo Samuel and Kittle were great as always. Ayuk was pretty good too. The defense was fantastic for the 49ers. Pretty good for the Packers too. Jimmy G's just clutch, man. He might be made of glass, but he's clutch. He's got that clutch gene in him. Brady definitely taught him a thing or two. Or when he was, Jimmy G was actually paying attention, like you probably should if you're in that fucking situation. And because of that, Green Bay is going home. How disappointing. It is not the most disappointing thing to happen this weekend, but it's up there. I'm going to get to the most disappointing shit that happened this week. It kind of bummed me out. We're going to get into it in a minute. But yeah, Green Bay for probably the Aaron Rodgers era in Green Bay to end like this, it's sad. If it were to end in like a circumstance like a fucking like a Chiefs or Bills game, we're gonna get into that a little later. That fucking just a shit storm of touchdowns. It was great. But if it was something like that, like you have Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers in Josh Allen's position, where he plays fucking outstanding, basically wins the game with like 10 seconds left, but the other quarterback goes down the field and scores like in literally 10 seconds. What are you gonna do? It's the same shit with Brady in the game we're about to get to. What are you gonna do? But Rodgers wasn't really effective in really any means necessary. I mean, it was just kind of eh. The pass rush was there. I get you didn't have David Bakhtiari, but I mean, you could argue he would actually like be a detriment to the offensive line as opposed to like a positive, because like chemistry is everything in the NFL. It is literally everything in the NFL. And when you throw a player back into it who hasn't been in the mix in a long time, granted he's a fucking all-pro, he's gonna be a little rusty. Look at fucking Derrick Henry in the last game, man. It's hard to come back from injury. I don't really know from experience, but I know it takes a while for the muscles to get going again. If you tear something, it builds back up, but it stiffens up. It takes a minute to get that feeling back into it and really fucking become yourself again. Some people are fucking freaks of nature, and they can just say fuck all that and go back to their past self, and they maybe be even a little better. Hopefully these guys can go back to their old selves, if not be a little better. Prayers out to you guys. But unfortunately, Mr. Immunize and the Green Bay Cheeseheads are deuces. They're doing the Tyreek because they're out. And San Francisco is moving on in the most unlikely of circumstances. Okay, next we have the Rams over the Buccaneers, 30-27. There will be no repeat in Tampa Bay. New England remains the last team to go back-to-back in 2003 and 2004. It was just Brady trying to break his old record, you know? What can you say, man? I thought this shit was over like early in the third quarter, cause it was 27-3. Rams got the ball. Like they got the ball. It looked like they were gonna score again, and that was gonna be it, man. I thought it was gonna be it before then, but Cam Akers fumbles the ball. That was the story of this game, man. Just fucking mistakes by the Rams. Just stupid fumbles. Just mental mistakes. Fucking penalties. Stafford was pretty good, but he wasn't very good later on. Save for that excellent fucking throw to Cooper Kupp where the defense just totally collapsed. It was pretty fucking sad. But yeah, 27-3. Somehow, some way, the Rams kept giving Brady and the Bucs opportunities to get back into this thing. So yeah, it's 27-3. Tampa goes down the field. They kick a field goal. At this point, there's probably like 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's like, what the fuck you doing, bro? So, yeah, so fucking LA goes 3 and out. Tampa gets the ball back. And I think this is when he threw that touchdown to Mike Evans. It was either that or the Leonard Fournette touchdown. But yeah, they get on the board, make it 27-13. Actually make somewhat of a ball game. Stafford he ain't doing enough at this point. He did just enough to win this shit. If I'm perfectly honest, he had good stats. I'll give him all that. He was fantastic early on. And super late in the game. I guess I'll give it to him. He was pretty clutch. But this should not have been a game in the first place. By halftime, I get it's Tom Brady on the other side, but you at least have to come away with fucking field goals in that situation to just absolutely bury him. Because you didn't do shit. From that point that you got that fucking last touchdown to make it 27-3, you didn't do anything until the very end of the game. And if you pull that type of shit next week against the 49ers, your asses are fucking going home. And I don't mean like you're going to play in the Super Bowl in your home stadium. Like your asses are going home. You guys can't wait that long to fucking put away your competition. The Niners ain't going to play around with that shit. They have your motherfuckers' number. Y'all better watch out. Because the last 6 times you guys have played, Niners have gotten that dub every fucking time. And I would not be shocked if they did it one more time. For the 7th time. The lucky number 7 time. But Brady was pretty damn good in this game. He was not very good in the beginning. You can't really fault him. The pass rush was just like outstanding for the Rams. From Aaron Donald to Von Miller to Leonard Floyd. It was too much. It was just too much. Brady somehow overcame it later on. No Tristan Wirfs. So he lost basically his best offensive lineman. And that might have been the detriment, because if Wirfs was there, they probably would have gotten things going a little sooner and probably would have had a few more points. But it's a what if. It's something we'll never fucking know. And unfortunately, that's kind of what Tampa will be, is just a what if. As soon as Godwin went down with a torn ACL, I think like a month or 2 ago. And then you had that whole fucking fiasco with Antonio Brown going fucking ape shit. It seemed to be the downfall of the Bucs. People were getting injured. Rojo was hurt. JPP was hurt. I think Vita Vea was hurt as well. Gronk wasn't looking the same. Scotty Miller was hurt too. Fucking Cyril Grayson. Like, even their backups were getting hurt. It was pretty sad at the end. But for Brady to get them to this point, to tie the game at 27, only to have the defense collapse in that crucial moment, leaving fucking Cooper Kupp one-on-one to give him like a 50-60 yard play to get him to the 10-yard line, kick a walk-off field goal, and send Brady and the Bucs packing. It was a bummer, man. It was a bummer to see Brady almost do it again. And if this is the end for the GOAT, man, you were the fucking man. You are without a doubt the football GOAT, if not the sports GOAT. Love you, man. If this is what you choose to do, if you choose to kiss your kids in your own personal time, that's what you want to do. No disrespect, But I love you, Tommy. And if this is it, man, have a great retirement. You fucking earned it. But if you decide to come back one more time, I would not be opposed to you coming back to New England. Just saying. Think about it. It's alright? Think about it, Tom. But congrats to the Rams anyway. And Matt Stafford, who is going to his first conference championship ever. This is totally uncharted territory for Mr. Stafford. Who looks to be no longer Pat Stafford, but is actually it's actually now Matt Stafford. He earned his first name back. And it will be the 49ers at the Rams in the NFC Championship game at 6:30 on Sunday in the Conference Championship. And to close off the divisional round of the playoffs, we have the Chiefs over the Bills 42-36 in overtime. Man, if you haven't seen this game yet, you don't even really have to see the whole game. Just watch the last 2 minutes plus the overtime. It's fucking, it's on crack. It's literally on crack. You go from fucking Mahomes getting a touchdown. Allen getting a touchdown, getting the 2-point conversion. He threw a dot to Gabriel Davis over the middle. He got the 2-point conversion to Stephon Diggs, making it 29-26. And then the other way, fucking Mahomes just throws a bomb to Tyreek, fucking 70-some yard touchdown. They take the lead, fucking 33-29. Allen goes right back down the field. They're smart too. They're killing time. They're trying to waste as much time as humanly possible. They score a touchdown, and fuck, with 13 seconds left, everyone's celebrating. They think the game's over. They're acting as if they've beaten these guys already, like as if the clock was already at zeros, but it wasn't. Kansas City still had all 3 of their timeouts, which played a huge factor in the end here. As with 13 seconds, Mahomes goes from his own 25, throws a 19-yard out to fucking Tyreek, calls the timeout, 8 seconds left, throws the ball to Kelsey on the in the inside route. He cuts upfield, gets him down to like the 25-30 yard line, calls a timeout, 3 seconds left, and they kick a field goal to make to tie it up, send it to overtime. And with the way these teams have been playing, you kind of felt like whoever had the ball last was going to win. And in this situation, the Chiefs won the coin toss. And of course they received because their offense was just fucking cooking, dude. It was on fire. And of course they went right down the field and they scored a touchdown. And they knocked out Buffalo. I was amazed by this fucking game. This was fantastic. This is everything I want from playoff football and then some. This shit like this is why I love football. As I was saying, this whole fucking weekend was fantastic. Kind of wished a couple of the outcomes were a little different. Mainly probably the Packers over the Niners and the Bucs over the Rams. But hey, what are you gonna do? I wanted to see A-Rod and Brady go at it one more time, but we're in the darkest timeline. It's just kind of how it is. Or maybe the second darkest, because Buffalo ain't going any further, and that makes my New England soul happy. And I appreciate that. But yeah, Chiefs, more so fucking Mahomes and, the gang, the usual suspects, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, little Mecole Hardman in there, little McKinnon, a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They were just fantastic. And they're set up for a game I called. I predicted this shit last week. If you watched last week's episode of the Doubleheader, I predicted it's going to be Cincinnati at Kansas City, and here we are. We are at the AFC Championship game. This was the one matchup I wanted to see again. I was kind of hoping to be Cincinnati, New England, but we can't have everything we want. We can't have everything. What are you gonna do? I'll take a fucking sweet rematch though, because the last time these two teams played, it was fantastic. Joe Burrow and the fucking Bengals came out on top, and they could do it again. Who knows? As far as Buffalo goes, though, great season on their part. I honestly hate to see it, but Bills Mafia, go fucking cry. I want nothing to do with you dickwads. I'm just playing. I'm a little aggressive when it comes to my pats, but you know what? Seeing you guys get knocked out by the Chiefs warms my heart. I'll just leave it at that. I'll see you fuckers next year. We'll see who's gonna take the East next year. I got a strong feeling it might be New England again. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in September. Okay, so that was the divisional round. We only got 2 games to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. This is the conference championship preview. We're going to start off with the Bengals at the Chiefs at the 3 o'clock game. This is going to be fire, man. This is going to be fucking cool. I'm predicting a I really want to go Bengals here. I really want to go Bengals here. Mahomes and the gang are just disgusting, though. Cincinnati is fucking... Burrow is fucking disgusting. Offensive line or not. They find ways to get around this. Kansas City's defense isn't really fucking that fucking special anyway, so... I think Jamar Chase might have like fucking 400 yards receiving. Burrow probably have like 600 yards passing. Mahomes will probably be in the same ballpark. You know, Tyreek has like 250. Kelsey has like 200. 2 touchdowns. I could see that, man. I want to see an 85, fucking 82 type of game. Because that would be fucking cool. That would be a record, obviously. I see Cincinnati winning this game. I see Burrow throwing a walk-off touchdown to either Tyler Boyd or obviously Jamar Chase, but I think that's too obvious, but he loves this some Chase, and I can't blame him. So yeah, we're going to say a walk-off touchdown to Jamar Chase to knock off the Chiefs and go to their first Super Bowl in over, what was it, like 35 years, something like that. Yeah, so Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. Book it. And to close off the conference championship preview, we have the 49ers at the LA Rams. This is the 3rd meeting of these teams this year. And as I said before, on the last 6 occasions, the 49ers have become that's where I'm looking for. They were victorious over the LA Rams. Not handedly, but 6 straight wins over a division rival. That's gonna play into your psyche a little bit, if you ask me. LA is damn near a complete team. If they can just not turn over the ball, they basically manhandled the Buccaneers. They just couldn't put them away because they kept fucking shooting themselves in the foot. If you take the turnover aspect out of this team, out of this offense, these guys are a fucking super team. They are just ridiculous. Like, best cornerback in the game, best fucking D lineman in the game. You got Von Miller, who's on the back end of his prime, but still kind of in his prime. And Leonard Floyd too. It's too much. It's too much. But for some reason, Kyle Shanahan knows how to beat these guys. And I think that's going to play big into their psyche, like I just said. But the Rams are so good. Even with the Niners' really good fucking running game and their excellent weapons on offense, I'm going to go Rams here, man. I was thinking Niners pretty much the whole time when I was doing my stuff for this video. But I got to go Rams here, man. So my pick for the Super Bowl is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals playing the LA Rams in SoFi Stadium, where the Rams will become the second team in the second year in a row of playing in their fucking own stadium. Will the results be the same? Maybe. Because that's a horrible matchup for Cincinnati. We'll get into that another time, but like, yeah, that D-line would be ridiculous on that shitty offensive line in Cincinnati. Oh god. Either way, Cincinnati fucking gets to the dance. They're gonna deal with. Either way, it's gonna be a fucking ferocious pass rush. I would kind of rather see the Niners pass rush because they're really fucking good. But like the Rams are on another level. Like here's the Rams and here's the Niners. And here's the Cincinnati offensive line. It's below the table. You can't even fucking see it. But anyways, that was the conference championship preview. I think we got 2 more of these left after this. Yeah, we got the conference championship recap and the Super Bowl preview. I'm probably gonna take a week off after that because fuck the Pro Bowl. You'll be seeing other content on this channel. I gotta get back into Boba Fett. I gotta start The Expanse. I gotta start streaming again. I gotta do a lot of fucking things, but I'm going to work on it and do my damnedest to produce more content and try to stick to the whole 2 to 3 videos a week. Because I want to make good on my promises. I want to be a man of my word, and I want my word to be right. It'd be nice. It'd be nice at least. But anyways, that was this week's episode of the Doubleheader. I appreciate you guys watching. If you've gotten this far, I love you. Please like the video. I would really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification to know when I'm going to be posting next. I want you and all of your friends to fucking to know when I make a new video. So without further ado, y'all have a good day. Take it easy, and as always, stay high.